That's right, Liesl. The Mail and Guardian 200 Young South African 2012 supplement celebrates young South Africans achieving extraordinary things, while many others are still actually just figuring out what this life is all about. And Liesl just said now we're going to be introducing you to two individuals that have made that list. But on the year of their 6th anniversary, we have with us on the line the managing editor of Mail and Guardian, Shamila Bhagawat, as well as the two individuals that are on that list, Africa Melane and our very own Liesl van der Westhuizen. I don't know if Bob would have made that list with his crazy antics happening there. Good morning, Shamila.
Good morning, Patricio. Good morning.
Great to be speaking to you, and thank you so much for making some time to spend with us. I just want to throw the first question to you. Tell me quickly about the significance of this supplement and this project, and how important it is to recognize young South Africans, essentially.
Oh, we think it's critically important, which is why we embarked on this project a few years ago in the first place. I think there are so many young South Africans doing amazing things, leading the way, who are not recognized. So we believe, the Mail and Guardian really felt that young South Africans needed a platform from, which to exhibit the things they were doing, to kind of, make sure get exposure. So the world knows what they're doing, and we believe that it's really important to help them do that.
Yeah. And I think many people are also wondering, how did you go about selecting these individuals, 200 of them? What are some of the selection criteria, if I may ask?
Sure. It's evolved over time. It's gotten better and better each year. The first thing we do is ask South Africans. We go on a huge campaign, an online, social media, radio, campaign. So we go on a media campaign. We ask South Africans to nominate young South Africans who are 35 years and younger in different fields, who are doing especially good things. So we get nominations from the public. We then have an editorial panel that looks through these nominations, and we then make the final list. Of course, the list can only be as good as the nomination process and the research we do. So we have researchers scouring the country for amazing young people. We have nominations coming in from members of the public. And yes, then we make a final decision.
Fantastic. And now Africa has been on the list for quite some time. This is his third time. He actually made the top 100 young South Africans to take to lunch. I don't know, did you ever get taken to lunch as a result?
I did get about 3 or 4 invitations. I took up 2 of them. The other 2 were a bit scary, so I stayed away.
Now, of course, you know him as the voice on 567 Talk, on radio, that velvety, smooth voice that just kind of calms you down into conversation. Africa, what does it mean to you to be a young person in South Africa?
It is the best time to be in South Africa. I've always said that. We went from 1976, the year before I was born, where millions, thousands went out to the streets to fight for education. We saw democracy dawning in South Africa, and I think we have some particular challenges that we need to address. And it's always, in my opinion at least anyway, the young people, the youth, the active generation, which we're all part of, who's actually going to determine what happens next. And it's exciting to be here.
And same question to you, Liesl. I mean, it's the question, especially when June 16 comes around. What does it mean to be a young person in South Africa to you?
Well, do you see the change that's happened from with June 16th, and you see how South Africa, especially young South Africans, are making a difference. They are standing up for their country. They are doing things, and there's so many opportunities. And everyone says America is the opportunity land, but South Africa is definitely the land of opportunities. If you want to do something, the opportunities are endless. And I think young South Africans, especially on this Mail and Guardian list, have proved that anything's possible. Yeah. And if you want to dream it, you can achieve it.
Yeah. But let's talk about that. You said just now that we are facing many challenges in our current society that the youth need to address. What do you think is the one most pressing issue that the youth need to handle right now?
Sadly, still education. I mean, it is unacceptable that the province of Limpopo, for example, 6 months into the year, there are children without any textbooks. Wow. And I think government should be held to account. There's an issue of entrepreneurship that needs to be fostered, I think, to address the unemployment and poverty issues that we're addressing in this country. And it's the young people who are innovative, who are clever, who are creative, that are going to bring about those solutions.
Controversial question, if I may. Do you think we've reached an age where we need to place less reliance on politics and what happens on that side, and really just start focusing on community and how we as a people can help each other out?
Without a doubt. Government can do so much to realize it. They can create an environment where all of this is possible. But each and every one of us in our daily lives has to ask ourselves, what can I do today to realize the kind of South Africa I want to live in? And that comes from NGO, from business, from religion, from academics, whatever sphere you find yourself in, there is a solution that you can help realize.
Definitely my credo. Now, Liesl, there are many people on this list, 200 of them to be exact, and like Africa said, in different sectors, NGOs, education, sport, what have you. What do you think young South Africans can learn from these people?
Well, the great thing is just we on Friday, we were sitting celebrating together, and we were at work together and going through the list, and you read about young South Africans. I mean, the media people you see in the media, the presenters and the actors and stuff, but on the scientist list and the sports list, there's people that you've never seen before or you've heard of, but you've never read more about them. And you can see their little blurb that's written about them, what they do, and the extra work they do. And youngsters have that access to tweet them immediately to get advice. And I think that's the great thing about the list, and the great thing for youngsters. It's something they can strive towards. You don't just have to be a presenter to make this list. You can be a sports person, a scientist. The nice thing that I noticed about the list is the number of women that made the list.
Which is very important. I mean, we want to be getting to that stage where we are progressing like that. But let's talk about the power of social media, because Africa recently got like, what, 2,000 followers on Twitter, which is cool. How do we as youth engage each other on social media on a deeper level than just, oh, wow, I just had ice cream today, and actually start using the power of social media to affect positive change?
I think it's about realizing that firstly, young people are engaging in that space and sphere, be it Mixit, be it Twitter, be it Facebook. They are there. And it's about coming up with, I suppose, creative solutions of how we can get them to engage about politics, how we can get them to engage about the youth subsidy, for example, that everybody is marching about. I would much rather have 4,000 young South Africans marching to the center of Johannesburg because they want education to be fixed than have them marching because there's a painting by an artist called The Spear that everybody is disagreeing with. So how do we use those social networking platforms that they're already existing in to help them realize that, you know what, there are more important issues here that we need to discuss. I don't have a solution yet. If I did, I'd be rich.
I was going to ask, have you ever considered standing for president? Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Well, congratulations to both of you for making the list. Really, really a great honor. And, I mean, you guys are the future that the country will be basing its future on. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We will have more information on where you can find that list on our website, expressoshow.com. And I think it's clearly a big, big positive and motivational kind of point to know that the future of our country is safe in the hands of people like this, indeed. Leanne, what do you think of this? Very, very cool, isn't it?
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.